Hello guys, and welcome back for another Hbar price prediction analysis video. And on today's update video, I will be discussing the reasons why we need to continue holding within this support box between the 0.14682 and the 0.215, and above all, also dive deep into the weekly chart, giving you my long-term perspective of the chart. So make sure that you stick around till the end of the video. And starting the video here on the weekly chart, you can see that from the lows we made in September 2024, we started these aggressive bonds to the upside in a move that peaked above the 0.4 USDT mark in January 2025, where you can see that at some point the market was up more than 68.18% to the upside. And after we picked in that aggressive bounce to the upside, we also put in place a high in the formation of these additive count 1. Then we started a pullback to the downside in the formation of an additive count 2, where you can see that on that pullback, the market was down at some point more than 68.53%. Then we saw much of a consolidation within the minimum target areas for that second wave, highlighted on the charts, using that blue target area between the 0.2218 and the 0.12. Then at some point we saw a bit of a reaction to the upside, starting these bounce over here in a move that picked above the 0.3 USDT mark in what I have been expecting will turn out to be the start of these aggressive bounce in the formation of these third wave. And assuming that we have a low in place in the formation of this second wave, then using the fib extensions, connecting them from the lows we made in 2024 to the high we made in the formation of that first wave, then to the lows that we have in that second wave, then Hbar should easily give us a bounce all the way to the 0.71612, which is close to a new all-time high. But we have now started to see some issues with this additive structure over here after getting the massive liquidation event last week, where you can see that we have these massive wick, where you can see that we put in place a low below the 0.07399, and then afterwards we saw a massive buyback, and this week we have also been seeing a bit of a sell-off to the downside. And to give you the areas that we need to continue holding within in the next coming hours, I will be using the daily chart, where you can see that from the lows we made on the 22nd of June, I have been observing these 1-2 setup, terming that as the formation of that first wave. Then we saw these breakdown move into the minimum target areas for that second wave. And the target area was, I came up with it by connecting the Fibonacci's from the lows we made in the formation of that first wave all the way to the highs we made in the formation of that first wave. And you can see that the target area lies between the fib level 0.5 all the way to the fib level 0.88, and that is between the 0.216 and the 0.147, an area within which I expect the graph, that is Hbar, is going to find support and then start a reversal in the next coming days. And you can see that on the week of that massive liquidation event, we were able to close that daily candlestick within the minimum target area within the support box, and that was good because that means that there's still strength in the markets. And as long as we continue holding within this area, there's a very high chance that we can get that reversal to the upper side, break above key areas of resistances and significant highs, and start these aggressive bounce to the upside in the formation of these wave 3. But we also need to be very cautious, because if by any chance we continue breaking down and maybe at some point we break out of this blue target area to the downside by losing the 0.14682, that will be the first indication that Hbar is going to continue seeing the prices to fill in this week right here. and to also give us a reset of the lows we made on the 22nd of June before we can get that bounce to the upside in the next coming days. And the worst case scenario is to get a reset of the lows we made on the 22nd of June and then continue pushing lower, maybe to get to give us a reset of the lows we made last year in November, below the 0.04187 in the next coming weeks. So those are the key areas that you need to pay attention to. Continue paying attention to that key area of support, and once we start a reversal, then we should be able to track a 5-wave structure to the upside, which will be a clear indication of a more bullish case scenario. And that is all that I expect at the moment here on the Hbar chart, and let us be patient and see how that plays out, and that will ensure you stay up to date.